Hey everybody, I'm Tom Noble from Southern Scribbles, and I wanted to thank you all for tuning in to the second installment of our journey through owning a Glowforge and how that has looked for us. So last time I gave a little bit of introduction about what we were going to talk about throughout the series. This time I thought it would be a good idea to give kind of an idea of what our setup actually looked like. Real nitty gritty, the down and dirty, what our setup actually looks like, and it is right behind me, as you can see right here. And this is actually in the side room right off of our entryway, so it is right in front to the public for everybody to see. It's basically the only space that we had in the house to do this, and you see right next to me, I'm sitting right next to a window, and so this is actually where we vent out all the exhaust from the Glowforge as it's cutting. And I think that it's important to note that just because a setup is not exactly super pretty doesn't mean you can't do super cool things, as you know, we've been able to find out. Obviously, we want to make this look a little bit more Instagram worthy, if you will, but for now it does the job just fine. And so what we have behind me is a Glowforge Pro. We went ahead and purchased the Glowforge Pro for a number of reasons. And if you look here on the website, it goes through a list of all of the actual descriptions of what is on the Glowforge Pro comparative to what is on the basic and the other versions that we have here. And so naturally, I am the type of person that actually likes to buy probably the most expensive one, because I have it in my mind that, hey, if you pay for quality, you pay for, it's more expensive for a reason, right? And so it has a better laser on it, it's a bit faster cutter, and so there's a lot of different factors here, as you can see on the website. And the next thing that I wanted to point out was that we decided not to buy the Glowforge air filter. And I had done a lot of reviewing around the forums and the Facebook pages that are specifically related to the Glowforge. And all in all, for me, I didn't think we needed to buy it just yet. It is an additional $1,200, almost $1,300. And so at this point, we didn't feel like we needed to spend the extra money. However, I was looking on Facebook and saw that a lot of people are actually using these cool inline fans. And I think that could be a real benefit for us. It's about $100 or so, maybe $200 to get that done. I haven't done it yet. I haven't really had a need to yet. But I think, with all of the cutting and there is some smell that gets back in the house. But with all of that, we may actually end up doing the inline fan method. As I mentioned here before, there's the window that we exhaust all the fumes out through. The plan is to go ahead and create like a little wood block that will sit inside the window to make sure that there's no air to come back. Right now, we just basically take the air duct and we route it out and we put it in the window and just push the window down and close it down. It works. It's not super pretty, but it works. Another thing that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is something that we went with. Comes with a 14-day free trial. That is Glowforge Premium, and there's a lot of back and forth in the forums about whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. And actually, I think that we found for us that it is a good thing. So with Glowforge Premium, you get a number of things that come with it. One of the biggest things that we use is actually the fonts. The fonts that come with it are super great when you're in the app and you're actually designing something. You also get the ability to add in some shapes, which I'm not sure that we use as much, but what I'll actually do is I'll actually design something in the app, in the Glowforge app, pull it back out into tools like Inkscape and adjust it the way that I just want it, just fine tune, and then bring it back in. And the reason is I really like the way that the fonts are laid out from the Glowforge perspective. They have it listed in the categories. It's super easy and quick to find some good fonts, which is seemingly not something I'm super great at. But with premium access, you do get access to regular designs that come out on the catalog, which admittedly I have not taken too much advantage of. I feel like we should be taking more advantage of that, and just as, like a, hey, I should be doing this more, I went ahead and I pulled one down, and I've got it here, just something I pulled down real quick, and I made this little baseball pendant that goes on like a necklace or an earring, and I did it in approximately 3 minutes. It was super fast, maybe 4 minutes, but it was super fast and easy to do. The unlimited design storage, free designs, the creative tools, being able to, like I mentioned, the fonts, the graphics library, those are really cool. The fast lane, I'm not actually sure how much faster that is, to be honest with you. I'm sure that it's listed somewhere within the documentation on the support site, but I have not ever not had premium, so I wouldn't be able to advise whether or not it actually makes sense or not to not have it for that reason. And then, just that's really the reason that we have premium, and it is kind of expensive. We pay for it up front, which gives us a significant discount, but I understand the hesitation. There's a lot of people that like to design in things like Inkscape that really you're just pulling an SVG into the app and just cutting it. There is a lot of validity to that type of workflow. I like it. I like having the Glowforge Premium. I think that is something that we'll probably continue to keep. And the last thing that I want to bring up is where we get our materials. There's a lot of people that go out to like Hobby Lobby or Lowe's or one of the other big box stores, and they buy their materials there, and that is super great. I personally have not had good luck with that. Apparently, where I live in Nashville, Tennessee, our Lowe's and Home Depots, our big box stores, do not have things in stock. There's a massive amount of houses being built around here. Things go like crazy, right? So we actually found that we like to order straight from Glowforge. When we were comparing prices with Amazon and some different areas, and like the amount of work that you have to do to finish product that's unfinished, like most of the stuff that comes from Glowforge is pre-finished, which is great. And we found that it's fast. It's very quick. They do a really good job of getting in the materials very quickly. And on top of that, you basically have the settings already set from the Glowforge with a little QR code, which, yes, I get it. You can copy that, you can mimic that somewhere else, but nonetheless, I like that. I like that it fits my Glowforge. I like a lot of the things about that one thing. We were actually doing a project and we got nailed with orders with just a couple days, ran out of material, and so we put in a late Friday order, and I'm not kidding that thing actually got to us Monday. I was super shocked. I would not have believed that it would have got to us that fast, but it did, and I was super happy for that, because really it saved me from this whole project of missing deadlines to actually like making my deadline, which was really cool. And on top of that too, there's just a lot of good material here. Sometimes I find myself just scrolling through, seeing what they have on clearance, on their sales section, and we like to buy a lot of our materials straight from here. So there you have it. That is a look into our setup, the way that we operate. It's just, like I said, sitting in the office right off of our entryway. Yeah, it's a little bit loud sometimes in the house, but guess what? It makes do for us right now until we can come up with something a little bit fancier. So again, my name is Tom Noble. I'm from Southern Scribbles. If you have not done yet already, please like and subscribe, and thank you for tuning in.